Alright, I've been doing it. Been doing it with the experimentation. Because thinking about how the HF sound is sort of like reflecting from the screen and then probably passing through as well as reflecting back, whatever, yeah. And where the microphones are placed at present is just where the blank part of the baffle of the JBL 4607 is, and just a little bit below it is where the 15-inch bass driver is. Just about up that position there is where the HF horns are. So I thought, alright, don't be shy. Place the microphones down a little bit lower instead of pointing them this way on an axis to the front of the baffle. I thought, alright, flip them around, put them up off axis, vertical. It's going to pick up the bass, you know. But primarily I was looking for how is the microphone's going to receive the sound of the HF sound on the pink noise, and then kind of adjusting, a bit of trial and error, a little bit different to how it was putting the microphones up, putting them on axis, pointing at the HF horns. Also, I just realised that this part here over this side is a little bit open, goes out into the cavity slightly, so it's probably open by maybe about that much, by several inches. Well, probably 5 inches or 6, I don't know, I've got to measure it. I know it's open, and I know that side over there. Behind the screen, I know that the sound is going to come from the HF horn. It's going to spread horizontal a bit and vertical. So I'll probably do it in the morning tomorrow. Move the screen out. It's too hot now. Check down this end first, and I've got to sort of like see what distance there is, and I'll just put something as simple as maybe something I've got something already pre-made. I'll probably place a bit of cardboard back there with some absorbent tiles on it, and just place it so that it will keep some of the HF horn sounds from going that way, or some of the frequencies that could change the characteristics of dips and peaks and whatever. And I'll probably place a bit of absorbent material just slightly behind the screen over on that side, on the wall, because I know it's blank, so I'll just put a bit of absorbent material there, and maybe go a little bit up on the ceiling, a little bit more up behind the screen, just little gaps, you know, anything that's sort of like to sort of so I can keep the sound a little bit less reflective off the ceiling, just get a little bit, maybe, well, I know it's coming downward, but just see what goes on, and then place the microphones back up more or less, I hope, in the same positions, and then check the pink noise again, see if there is a difference or if there isn't a difference. and to listen to something that I'm extremely familiar with, to see if there's any sort of, you know, something that maybe the microphone might be missing. If you get what I mean. I'm using I'm not using that audio mixer over there because that can only go up to a four input. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's 10 inputs for XLR, and then the 2 additional inputs for RCA phonos, I think. every time I got to do it, I got to slide the mixer fader down. Center one's on at the moment. So it's picking up, so it's pulling some pink noise. Providing there is some pink noise turn on. Just turned some pink noise on, but not hearing any. Not seeing anything coming up on the not seeing anything there. I think it might be yeah, gotta switch it there. That's it. Gotta switch it from speaker Realtek R audio over to Denon. High definition audio. Pink noise should work now. Let's just mute this around. Turn the fader down. So I've been measuring for a flat response. There's only so much the EQ filters the parametric EQ filters can you know, address the frequency. Yeah, it's going to sound a little bit different because on each one, minor differences. It's surprising how that's more blue there. I do that, put my finger up there, and then the light, yeah, it changes the. See how that changes the. Yeah, it's one of my beefs I don't like. And then you got to put something else. I think maybe put a bit of tin foil around the lens, just so that the lens goes through, and just something to reflect the light. Something that you use sometimes in photography, so the light can, yeah. Anyway, never mind. Obviously, if I go up to from 3rd octave up to 1/24th, I can see dips in the frequency response. Where frequency cuts have been applied, because I'm looking at it in 3rd octave resolution. Of course, go 1 octave. Yeah, it's like, oh wow, it looks great, doesn't it? But it's not. Go to 1/24th. It's really a case of sort of doing it again and doing it in 1/24th, but there's really only so many filters that I've got on the there's only really so many filters, and I would never use Odyssey. Despite it might add more frequency bands to, you know, but auto EQ sucks, because it will just make a total mess. Now I've got to totally undo the whole thing, turn the damn thing off, and go back to manual EQ. Need a bit more wouldn't mind a DEQ for the EQ for the EQing. But then again, can always get an Behringer FBQ. Just mute that pink noise. Can always get a Behringer FBQ 2496, and then loop channel A into channel B, and then use just that along with several others for the 5-screen HF horns, and just totally use nearly up to 40 bands of parametric EQ. That, I think, would literally address the HFs to be almost like you can't get any better than that. But these things take up quite a bit in the rack, and it's not any so I've got to go with what I got. Use the ears, use my ears and eyes, because when you're listening to sound, you've got to be looking at sound. It's going to be a bit different on the I haven't done the left centre, right centre yet. I've been concentrating on LCR this afternoon. Oh, I'll turn that fader up and turn it down. Let's turn the other fader up. That's for left centre. Sorry, right centre. But it's picking up over on that side. So I've got to fade it down. Otherwise, if I have them all up, then what happens is I'm just going to get a slight inaccuracy. Once everything's all set up, aligned and everything, I could probably bring all of them up at the same time, and then check for things like frequency phase, see if there's any differences. Polarity, that's reversing positive negative. It's great the DCX, because I forgot a wire mismatch round the wrong way, which I had on my bass center channel LF, and I had to keep but I corrected it on the amplifier end, so we'll be in polarity, forward cone motion. Even got to turn the center down because it picks up. So put that fader up there. Look at that. Could improve on the highs there a little bit. Could improve on that a little bit. Put the fader up on that one. Not bad there on the highs. They only go up to about 16.5 kilohertz. I don't know how many people could hear over how many people can hear probably over 8 kilohertz. So that's okay. I just got to do the left centre, right centre next. Because presently it's a bit like that, so it needs to be adjusted. Bring that fader up. So it needs to be calibrated. So it's kind of like that at the moment. Yeah. Meow, you like the pink noise, don't you, sir?